it's around 7. It's actually 7. Some of them look actually cool. Look at that. That one right here. Not very, you know, concentrating or not very active actually at this particular morning. It's morning. It's very cold, guys, and it's actually, I think, about 20 degrees in terms of temperature, guys. It should be below that 20 degrees, guys. So it's very cold, guys, considering the normal temperatures of this area. So this morning, guys, the usual concept of identifying good layers versus non-layers, guys, or worst breeds of layers is actually reality. Now look at this. This being a morning, it's always good on the farm that when you notice your chickens are laying early. It's actually 7, guys, and let me just add some brightness there. See, some chickens have started laying, guys. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at that one right there. I think I'm actually disturbing it. There are more which are searching. And that one also. So that's a good sign, guys, that this one depends on the time you feed the chickens. Now mostly when you start feeding your chickens early, that is the second ratio, it means they will start laying early, guys. So it's a bit noisy because I haven't actually given them the morning feeds. That's exactly what I want to do right now. But my point in this video is that it is very difficult to identify a good breed, or in this case a good layer, versus a chicken which is not laying, guys. So yesterday, as I was doing some that. So I was looking at some of the features to look for, guys, because this breed has been around for, this is the second month of laying, guys. So it's not been around for a while. It's not been laying for that long time. So I was getting worried because some of the chickens were not laying, guys. Some of the chickens have not gained the maximum weight of laying. So I did some research on how to identify layers versus non-layers, those which are not laying, or which it's a bit difficult at this point because these are many. You can't pinpoint at one particular chicken and say, well, this one is not laying. So that's the problem. So what I did was to look at some of the features, the major features. The head. If you look at the head of a chicken, guys, it is supposed to be bright, big and bright. Look at that one, for instance, that one. So look at the comb. That's the next thing they look at, the comb and the wattles. That's what they look at. It has to be big, it has to be bright and red. Look at that. So this is a good example. So another thing they're looking at is the eye, the earring, all those things, guys, including, and there of course the major one, the pubic bones, guys. That's the major sign that your chickens are laying, guys. But then there's a contrast, guys. There's actually a contrast, because when you look at when I look at some of the chickens, guys, which are laying right here, the pubic bone, it's supposed to be wide. Now as you can see on this table, the pubic bone is supposed to be wide. For a good layer, it's supposed to be wide, super wide. Your 2 fingers or 3 fingers should be able to fit in it, guys. But within those 2 bones, guys. But I have chickens, guys, with very very constricted pubic bones, but they're actually laying, guys. Actually, yesterday I did that experiment, guys. I went around looking for chickens which are actually laying. I held them in that position. I looked at the pubic bones, guys. They were super close, but they're actually laying. So it is a contrast, guys, in compared to what I've read or what we have been told, guys. So it's a super new concept, and I don't know. Is this a weird breed? Is it really a feature to look for? The pubic bones, because I was considering that to be the main thing to look for. Because actually some of these things may be confusing, because you can see some of these chickens have very bright, or rather very small wattles. Or look at this. Okay, this one is a big. Now some of them are very super small, like this one, but they are laying, guys. They are laying. The first crop of chickens, they're actually laying. They are super small crops, guys. And that was 2 months ago, and they were laying, guys. So it is not really a major factor to look at when you are considering the chickens which are laying or not laying. So the head size or the wattle or comb size, that one is actually off. But then it comes to the pubic bones, which are the sure bet, which I thought were actually the sure bet, guys. Chickens are coming close to me because I'm actually talking, and they actually need food. So let me hurry up so that I can serve them quickly their breakfast. So I was referring to the big ones, guys. It's a new concept. It's actually confusing because it's not a sure bet, guys. I've seen chickens. Let's just look at one of them. Now this one, which is here, you can see we have some there. They're just preparing to lay. It's actually 7, so it's a good thing that I gave them food early. So that's a good thing. So mostly you want to start feeding your chickens at around 2, guys. 2 in the afternoon. That is when you give them your second portion of the feeds. Now if you give them that early, it means the egg development process will actually start early, or will be made faster, because there's plenty of food or plenty of nutrients available, guys. So that's a good thing. That's a very good concept to look at, guys. You start feeding your chickens early at around 2. That's when you now it will depend on the weather, guys. You don't want if you're in your place it's very hot, you don't want to give them feeds at that particular time, because you just be wasting. The chickens will be using a lot of energy at that time, and that food will be wasted. You see, the nutrition value of that food will be wasted, because chickens spending a lot of time when it's very hot. So you want to look at the climate, or rather the weather in your area. It's cool in the afternoon, that's when you give them. You can give them maybe 2 to 4. That's the best time, guys. So you look at the time, you also look at the weather, guys. So if it's cool from 2, you start giving them their second portion of feeds, guys. But it's highly recommended to start giving them early, so that the egg development starts actually early and is made faster, so that you have your chickens laying at around 7. Right now it's around 7. It's actually 7, and actually starting to lay. So it's a good sign. You don't want your chickens to be laying, the last group of chickens to be laying at 4 or 5 or 7 in the afternoon, guys, in the evening, guys. So you don't want that. You want them to start laying early, guys. So that would be a good thing. So I was talking about the pubic bones, guys. Let's just do a bit of an experiment here. Let's just find one chicken which is here. I think one of them was already was actually left. It should be this one. Let me just try this. I just want to check the pubic bones, guys. Are they close or are they apart? So look at these, guys. Look at this. Look at these, guys. This is the chicken, which I think just laid. So well, you have to fit your fingers in there within the pubic bones. I've just done that, and they're not fitting that well, guys. The 2 fingers are not fitting that well, so it means they're not that far apart. They're not that wide enough, guys. So for your 2 fingers to fit in there, they're not that wide apart. But the chicken has actually laid. It's a fairly large egg. Actually have more chickens there. Let me just show you. You see, it's a fairly normal egg. This is the normal size egg that we produce here on the farm. So I don't know what is the contrast, guys. It's a bit confusing, because they are supposed to be wide. The bones are supposed to be wide. Just put this somewhere. I don't want that to break. So the pubic bones are supposed to be wide. That is the surest way to tell that you have a good breed of layers on the farm. But actually, as you can see, guys, it is not really a sure bet. It's not a sure sign that your chickens are laying, guys. So the widening of the pubic bones, the heads still have floor eggs, guys. Still have floor eggs. I don't know, these are in the morning, but I'm happy they're laying very early. You don't want your chickens to start laying at 9 or 8. When you have a market, guys, you have a market to fill, and you have it's super white. Okay, so you can actually see the contrast. Wow. So you want your chickens to lay very early, guys. Very early. Start laying very early, so that you collect the eggs early, and you sell them early. So if you have an order to fill, you have to fill it early, guys. You don't want to be filling orders in the afternoon or late in the evening, guys. You don't want that, because of course you have other works to do. So you want them to start laying early, guys. So as you can see, guys, it's a bit of a contrast, guys. You can't really tell which is chicken is laying, which one is not. So don't be in a rush to actually eliminate chickens or cull the chickens because of those features, because maybe your two fingers can't fit in the pubic bones. The head or the wattle or the comb is not that bright or big, you see. So I have chickens, as I have said earlier, I have chickens with fairly small combs and wattles, but they are laying, guys. They are actually big in size, you see. So it's a bit confusing. It's a bit of a contrast there. That's what I wanted to highlight, guys, in this video, guys. So keep subscribing to the channel, guys, and like, share, and subscribe, guys.